Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Twisted Gaming. We are here live coming from Origins 2018 in Columbus, Ohio, and I have the pleasure of starting off our interviews tonight with the one and only, irreplaceable, Matt Fantastic. Matt, you have brought a ton of games to us tonight to talk about. Just jump right in.
Yeah, I did. We brought a lot of stuff. So we have a lot of things going on lately. The one that we're going to talk about first here is called That's Not Lemonade.
All right. Let's swing right over
You
to
can
board.
see this right here, maybe?
Yeah.
A little closer. All right, great. And so this is a game that you may have heard of, originally released as You Mad Bro, which was about bros on the Jersey Shore and Cthulhu. And then,
Which totally go together.
yeah, it made sense.
All right.
But that has gone out of print because the guys at Tuesday Night Games really loved it so much they picked it up. They wanted to do a retheme, really make a larger production, get better art, really. Well, not better art, more art, rather.
Okay.
And in a box, we released it as 18 cards in a little envelope for $5 that you got if you kind of found me somewhere and I sold it to you.
Excellent marketing.
Or if you got lucky at mail order and I didn't, screw that all up.
Actually put it in the mail.
Yeah, if I owe you money, just please, let me know because I'm just so bad at mail. But we'll get to that, actually. We'll get to solving that problem at the end of the stream when we talk about something. So That's Not Lemonade is effectively a drinking game for children. What you're going to do
Best pitch ever.
is you're going to be different characters, although the characters don't matter in any gameplay mode. These are actually going to be tiles. This is a pre-release version. I actually should mention that this is active on Kickstarter right now. It went up a couple days ago. I am told it funded in 4 hours or something really cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with it. I didn't even see it until 2 weeks ago. The whole retheme and everything.
Everything done.
Yeah, exactly. And they did an
I mean, your name is definitely on the box.
They really put it on there. They put it on there, right on there. That's a selling point. I feel like it's great because everyone's giving me a hard time because they are very obviously it's called That's Not Lemonade and it's a lemonade drinking contest kind of thing.
Right.
And unfortunately, someone spoiled a bit of the lemonade. But that's as far as it goes, right? It's all kind of wink. That's it. There's nothing else mentioned about it. It's just the card says That's Not Lemonade. That's really it. But of course, everyone here is coming up to me, oh, Matt, you made that game about kids drinking piss? And I'm like, I really didn't do that theming. I was initially not, I was like, I don't know about this, guys. They really sold me on it. They showed me what they were doing, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. But I was definitely, it is not me, everyone. It is not me. They're like, oh, totally on brand. Yeah, kids drinking piss. Woo, right? No. That's PG-13, right? All right, kids drinking piss, no F-bombs. So the way you are going to play this game is that on your turn you have two options. That's literally it. You can take a card.
Okay.
And if you take a card, you tap your little cup, and you get a card. You look at that card, and you just put it down. Unless it is a That's Not Lemonade card, in which case you reveal it immediately, and you are out for the round.
All right.
You can also pass. If you choose to pass, you just flip your cup over to indicate you're passing. If everyone else passes and it gets back to you, then the round is over, and everyone reveals the cards that they have, and you see who won. Anybody that's busted is still out. If you did not, it did not pass all the way around before you, you can come back in if you want.
Okay.
It's only when everybody passes. The way you're going to reveal, so obviously some people are going to get busted out because they're just going to be gone, so you can be the last person standing. Or you're going to have the most lemons, just like that.
Okay.
If you have the most lemons, you're going to win. There are 2 double lemon cards, and then there are 8 regular single lemon cards.
Do you want to go through these cards a little bit closer?
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Okay, so we're going to go away.
I feel like I'm leaning over like a weirdo. I'm like, oh, look at my forehead, everyone. This is a really good forehead.
It's great lighting for your forehead.
Yeah, I should have. Why didn't you powder me? What is this?
Sorry.
What is this? God,
It's
Jeff.
supposed to be Jeff's job. He got the powder puff.
Jano Bobo with the powder puff fail.
So this was your player card.
Yeah, so these are actually tiles in the real game. Like I said, this is a sort of pre-production copy.
Sure.
Most of it is what it's going to be. The art is all what it's going to be, but those are actually tiles.
Red Solo cups are what they're going to be?
Yes. There are, these
That's how
are,
you know it's a
you
drinking
do
game.
indeed get these cups. So which character you are doesn't actually matter. Sorry, we should have prepared this a little bit better. Which character you are doesn't matter. They're cute, it's fun. But what it's also doing is giving you information about the ratio in the deck when you start. So you can see that 8 single lemons, 2 double lemons, 4 ice, and 4 that's not lemonade cards.
Okay, and what is the significance of that?
So, as I said, you are trying to drink the most lemonade,
Right.
which are lemonade cards. Boom. And so you want the most of those. There's also the double lemon card.
Now see, I got it.
So you're collecting those face down. If you're not passing, these are the cards you really, really want.
Okay.
You can get an ice card. That you still keep face down. Ice cards are kind of worthless unless there is a tie, in which case they are the icebreakers. I did not come up with that either. I just think, I mean, it is great. Oh, no, boo you, boo you. Boo earns. You're saying boo earns? Great. Boo raker of ice? Yeah, no, yeah. Weird syntax, but thank you. And then you have the that's not lemonade card. So again,
So it's not lemonade. What is it?
it is just adulterated yellow liquid product.
Okay.
Nobody wants apple juice when you're expecting lemonade.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
It's just, you know.
You're expecting sour, you get sweet. It's
Yeah,
totally
it's
throws
double
you off.
filtered beer.
So that's not lemonade.
That's what you have to say. So, like I said, on your turn, you're just going to get dealt one of these cards. If you choose to take a card, if it's that's not lemonade, you're out.
Okay.
If it's ice or lemons, you just keep it face down. Super, super simple. Really, it is just, as a design, what I wanted to do was distill this kind of like bluffing, push your luck thing to just a really core, basic element. The thing that makes it the most interesting to me, I think, or one of my favorite parts, is that as you are playing, you're playing for 3 points, first to 3 points. But the way you're getting points is you're actually taking
That's really
one of
quick.
the lemon cards. Yeah, well, you'll see.
Okay.
You're taking one of the lemon cards. It is really quick. It's a super quick game. You're taking one of the lemon cards, and you're going to slide that under your character mat.
Okay.
And what that's doing is changing the ratio of lemons to bad stuff in the deck.
I think that's what confused me initially when we brought up the character card, when you had mentioned that the numbers on top of the character card were the starting deck, and I'm looking around, it's the same numbers and all, so that's the total actual deck that you're going to be playing with, so everybody knows what the ratio is in the entire deck.
Yeah, this is 18 cards,
Okay.
but as you're playing, this is just to remind you,
Right.
because when you want to push, you're like, oh, are there 3 of these out and a bunch
Right.
of cards left? You're like, yeah, keep them coming, right? But oh man, like we only saw 1 and there's like very few cards left.
So I know that there's going to be more in there.
And when that happens is actually changing as the game goes on.
So you really brought to the forefront, there's a lot of games where you kind of know what's in a deck, but you really brought to the forefront of the player's mind, here's what the ratio is for the game so that you can better build your strategy.
You have I don't know if I'd say strategy, but, I mean, yes, but you have a really strong idea of what's going on. But like I said, as you're playing, more and more lemons are being pulled out of the deck.
Right.
So it's a lot more likely that you are going to bust as the game goes on. So there's really almost a narrative arc in terms of the way you're experiencing it, which is a super pretentious thing for this game about kids drinking piss that you play in 10 minutes. But in the beginning, you're a lot more reckless because, there's a lot less of the bad cards ratio. But towards the end, you're way more like, I don't even want a single card. Like, ooh, this is a bad scene. So, you're playing differently. Your strategy is actually altered pretty dramatically from when you first start till the last couple rounds.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Do you want to try a quick round?
Yeah, let's try a quick round. We don't have enough microphones, I'm told, but we can get Ross and Alex. We can see your hands at least.
How many players does the game play up to?
Plays to 6.
Okay.
So it's 2 to 6. We're just going to kind of
Look at that.
slide these this way here.
You guys thought you were just here to watch.
There we go. This will do. So one player can act as dealer. Actually, I'm going to really need these. So one player can act as a dealer, or you just put them in the center. But in our physical situation right now, I think it's going to be better if I act as a dealer. I'm a dealer of shots to children. Um,
I'm really happy with. Are you happy with your career?
I love
mean,
my
you
career. I love my career. And it's great because I teach college, so they like actually want me to do this stuff. They're like, yeah, you're in the industry. Look at you on stream. Uh,
Talking.
yeah, this is a game. This is a game that you literally stream. Ooh, what's that? No F-bombs, just this. Should I stay? Oh, PP? Is that more PG?
I'm so out of this.
All right. So,
I'm really, really surprised that this didn't come out by WizKids.
oh man,
I'll be here all week.
that was great. That was great.
Surprisingly not by WizKids.
At WizKids. So Ross, you want a card?
I do.
All right. So if it is that's not lemonade, you reveal it immediately. You're out of the round. Otherwise, you can just put it face down with your stuff, kind of store it there.
If it's not so
Just hold it. Just hold it.
Yep.
Alex is going to take a card. You should wait and see if he busts first. Probably.
Jump to the gun. So I don't have to reveal it if it's anything other than
Anything
that.
other than that's not lemonade, I'm actually going to pass. Because I do not believe, I believe that this next card is not lemonade.
Quite the risk taker.
So ready? I gotta flip it. If it is.
I was right. Yeah. Okay, so Ross is out, so he knocked his little cup over, so we know he's a loser. All right, so the cups are great because you can kind of tap, and it's really visceral. It's a good, easy way to remember if you are playing with a dealer what situation. So I can jump back in, which is a very important note here. So I'm jumping back in because everybody didn't pass. And I don't feel great about it, but I got to get something in the mix here if I want to win.
So I got it on my hands and shoes, so I can't play anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is the round is going to be over very soon.
The fact that you passed makes me nervous.
There's a bad scene over here.
All right, I'm
I think you should
passing.
take it. Ooh.
Oh, man. So now why are you hesitant to take it if you wanted me to take the card?
Damn it. I was right. I couldn't be right twice in a row. So I'm out. So, oh no, Ross, why'd you pee my lemonade? I mean, there's just nothing to do. This game has nothing to.
Why did you pour apple
This
juice
game
in my
has
cup?
my wine. Why is this wine? I don't like prosecco. Why'd you put prosecco in my lemonade? So hold on. So we have two of us that are out. So Ross and I are gone. So we can't win this round. You two both passed. You're still alive. So reveal your cards. So it's a 3-2 here. If there's a true tie, even when ice is involved, you just both get it. But you got 3 because you have a double lemon.
Yeah.
So you're going to take one of these cards, and that is going to permanently, for the rest of the game, exist there.
All right.
Couldn't you take the 2 lemonade?
It's more just tracking. The 2s are the last ones to go.
So it's the first one to 3
Yeah.
wins in a round.
Exactly.
That's the one who wins.
Exactly. The
Okay.
first one to successfully do the best, drink the most lemonade.
I did good.
Without getting tricked.
I got a good nose.
Yeah, so that's
well,
it.
so we're going to keep it here because this means that I won. So
I agree.
I think
I
that's
agree.
where all games should end.
Listen, you're letting us be on stream. That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, fine gentlemen.
Thank you,
Oh,
Ross
man.
and Alex.
I had the last cup standing for quite some time. Okay.
All right, cool. So let's move on. For those that are interested, I mean, obviously this is a game that really lends itself well to drinking.
Actual drinking.
Yeah, although we do recommend that you, if you're going to play, like even I think it's going a little hard to do shots at like hard alcohol.
So how would you flip your cup over if you're going to pass if you've got a shot in there?
You know you got to
Ah.
you got to go.
All right.
You got to go.
All right.
Because you can't flip an empty cup. And you can't knock over an empty cup.
Makes sense.
And in which case, like, we suggest that you use, like, wine or beer weight, because if you're just pounding, you do a lot of shots in this game.
A lot of passing.
So drink lemonade responsibly.
Appreciate it. I kind of love, did I catch on the bottom that kind of solo cup?
I don't know if that's official branding.
Okay.
We are allowed to say or not say.
We're
But
going to
yeah.
go back there. That's how we handle that.
No, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I just honestly don't know what the deal is with it.
So that is for you. Are these the rest of the player cards? Oh,
Yeah.
this one's one I didn't see. This one's another one that wasn't out.
Yeah, see, that's really cute.
Oh, very cute.
Got the rich guy, a pirate, Girl Scouts.
The Girl Scouts are an interesting choice.
Girl Scouts like to sell brownies full of piss too. Or cookies. No, brownies are like the class of Girl Scout.
Yes, that is.
They sell.
Those are the little
they
girls
sell,
that aren't yet Girl Scouts. They're brownies.
They're like lemonade tag-alongs. Uh-oh. Little Joanna got into the lemonade tag-alongs.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I don't know if they let those kids in the factory though.
Terrible,
So.
terrible. Yeah, they have They have a bit tighter product quality control than the random lemonade stand in the neighborhood.
There's probably some sort of child labor laws involved too, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's not lemonade.
And it is on Kickstarter right
is
now.
on Kickstarter right now.
And it's funded.
It funded in 4 hours, is what I'm told. It seems to be doing really well, but what's really interesting is that it's already in process in terms of being manufactured.
Excellent.
So it is looking like, I don't want to oversell it, but I'm told that it is probably going to be releasing in time for Gen Con.
Oh, that's excellent.
So this should be in people's hands really soon.
That's awesome. So it's a
Just
Kickstarter
like
that
their
you
dicks
know
when they're
that's
pissing in lemonade. No? Wait, dicks? I can't say. Oh, man. All right, so moving on. Here's this game from IDW Games. Switching gears.
Ross's head immediately perked up. That was adorable. So when you were on stream with Matt at Gamma, you were super excited to talk about this game.
Yeah, and we didn't really have much of it yet, right? How much? I think we just I think I just flashed it by and we didn't actually talk about it. Yeah, I think I just talked about it. Yeah, because no one showed me one yet, Ross. So this is a game that I really, really enjoy. I've had a ton of fun with. What you're doing is it's a storytelling game. It's in the Everything is Connected series. The first one was Dirk Gently. That followed that plot a little bit more in terms of the structure, what was going on with the scoring, and how it actually kind of played out.
Okay.
So this one I'm really, really excited about. Everyone takes a turn playing as Mulder. Right.
Okay.
And everybody else during that turn is playing as FBI, higher ups, assistant directors in the FBI.
The Smoke Man?
No.
Okay.
No. Like lower, much lower.
Oh, lower than that.
Like Skinner. Like
Okay.
nobody that serious. This is more bureaucratical. Bureaucratical? Yeah. Bureaucratical. I feel like that's good branding. So. Pretty much a conspiracy is going to come up, or some mystery, whatever. We really focus more on the Monster of the Week style, and the goofier side of X-Files, definitely, not the super serious stuff. But so here we go. So yeah, this is great. Throw that one on there. So this is going to be a conspiracy. It's going to come up. A distress beacon from a ship lost March 15th, 1937 begins broadcasting an SOS from the oceanic pole of inaccessibility. So just a little aside about some of this stuff. I think that's enough to go on if you just don't know anything about what is kind of hidden in there as little Easter eggs.
Okay.
But the game is full of fun conspiracy theory and weird stuff, Easter eggs.
So you're saying that this game isn't necessarily geared towards X-Files fans, even if you never
Even if you
watched
never
an
played X-Files.
episode, it's still going to have enough
So-
for you to be interested in
Absolutely,
the theme.
absolutely. And the other thing is that there's lots of X-Files Easter eggs, but that in particular actually is not an X-Files Easter egg at all. March 15th, 1937 is when the issue of Amazing Tales came out that had Call of Cthulhu in it. Its first publication. And the oceanic pole of inaccessibility is actually a really interesting science thing. It's the point in the ocean that is the furthest from land.
Okay.
It is also where Relaya is purported to be. And so there's a nice little, in this particular one, nice little Cthulhu mythos Easter egg. There's other stuff like that in there.
All right.
Anyway, you pull this conspiracy theory.
Yes.
Scully already delivered her report that is totally sensible and reasonable and professional, and Mulder's like, yeah, but hold on.
But aliens.
And so the FBI assistant directors have called Mulder up to sort of explain why does he think that this is a conspiracy and not just some regular thing where, it was a, jilted ex-lover that just murdered somebody. Like, yeah, that was just pretty straightforward stuff. It was a weather balloon. Chill out, Mulder, right? So what's going to happen, there's much bigger decks of these evidence cards.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is the assistant directors are going to kind of put those out and just be like, okay, so the CIA was involved. Hypnosis. What did we talked about? Hypnosis. What is this? NATO and a Wendigo, right? Let's say. So each person puts out one.
Okay.
Then I am going to take a minute, and I'm going to weave a conspiracy theory
with those 4 elements.
Using those 4 elements.
Okay.
Right. And then this is where I think it gets really interesting, and I really like it, and I'm very proud of myself and what we did with it.
All right.
No, I mean,
Round
there's
of
things.
applause.
This is the bit that I really like. And that is that without talking, all of the assistant directors are going to vote. You're going to count it down. You're going to vote thumbs up. That seemed reasonable, Mulder, actually. Or thumbs down, back to the basement with you. Enjoy your I Want to Believe poster, you dumb idiot. You get points if you vote with the majority. So you're actually earning points not for telling the story. Your primary source of points is through kind of reading the rest of your assistant directors so that you don't embarrass yourself by saying like, yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And everybody else is like, excuse me?
I now understand when you said that it was very bureaucratic.
Yeah, exactly. You're just bureaucrats. You're not like a cool cigarette smoking man. No. You're like middle management FBI guys that are just like, oh man, why can't I just deal with Scully? She's so much better at FBIing. But yeah, and then the Mulder player can get a bonus point if it is majority thumbs up, we believe you.
Okay.
But really the thing that I like about it so much is that you can still win very easily while being a terrible Mulder. And terrible Mulder, the thing is, because you're not as worried about winning the game when you're telling the story.
You can get really fun with your
stories. You can just get weird, and some of the best moments I had with the game is when things go just wildly off the rails, and it's just a total train wreck, and you're like, and then you woke up from hypnosis, right? and you can just kind of piece the things together in really, really weird ways.
So tell me, what story would you pull?
All right, so let's see. So we got the distress beacon. All right. All right. So I'm going to go fresh cards because I used some of these earlier in an earlier stream, so I don't want to use any of the same ones.
Okay.
So let's see. We're going to go with a former astronaut, healing crystals, and Russian nesting doll, multiple personality disorder.
All right.
This is a nice little split here. So this is the evidence that has been presented, and I must answer for. So this ship was lost when a former astronaut, because there was actually unknown to most people, Russia actually had a space program in the 30s. We just didn't know about it. And so this was a former astronaut, and that's what they called cosmonauts before they came above ground with it, right? But this astronaut had multiple personality disorder and honestly believed that she was a Russian nesting doll.
That was one of her personalities?
One of her personalities was a Russian nesting doll.
It's very interesting.
And so she threw a bunch of healing crystals out on this ship. And
the Russian nesting doll personality or the main personality?
So they both did it.
Oh, they both did
Turns out, yeah. So you can also, fun fact, you can heckle the person. You can ask clarifying questions.
I was I'm just trying to make sure.
No, please. And then the astronaut turned on a boat. And there was a healing crystal. It resonated appropriately as they were being sprinkled from the heavens. And then it resonated in a weird way with the distress beacon. It's just a ship, but, the real conspiracy is about the Russians having a space program in the 30s. That's what we need to worry about.
How are we voting?
So everyone gets a point. Every person gets a point because I clearly
I think you did an excellent job.
Didn't do great. But good job, everyone else. You did good.
We all vote together. That's what matters.
Yeah. Well, and what I do, I really honestly, as someone who has told stories that are completely just like these boom, 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 perfect, like everything's kind of happening, right?
Right.
and then had stories like that. I think like for me at least, it's it's equally fun when you're telling a good story versus a bad story. Like we're gonna laugh about this later.
Yeah.
Like absolutely, this is a thing we're gonna laugh about. When I told that terrible story about the Russian nesting doll astronaut,
Throwing healing crystals.
yeah, into the ocean, right?
It's good. It's good. All right. So
we get some teasers here.
yeah,
We got a couple of 30-second teasers because we got some other stuff. Some of this stuff's going to be on stream later this weekend. I think tomorrow at 11,
Yes.
especially some of the stuff's getting talked about.
Yep.
But really quick, we have Heads Will Roll right here. This is a dexterity game where you are
Here, let me.
pull skulls out actually, because
Oh.
these are what's really nice about this.
Not with these nails.
Is that these physical pieces are really exciting. Oh, that doesn't do well.
They're just a little
That looks terrible.
shiny.
Oh no! Oh no! But you can feel them. They're like hefty, solid metal skulls, right? And what you're gonna do?
Let me see if I can get it on my hands.
Yeah, let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Not bad.
Do one of the darker ones usually read a little bit clearer with the eyes and stuff. You got gold, we have silver, and then we have charcoal, right? And so what we're gonna do is we are gonna throw a big fistful of these.
Yeah.
So we roll these. I'm going to roll these out like dice. And then I have one flick to flick this dragon skull into that human skull. I get a point, but I also create potential gates. And so if I flick through the gates, I'm going to get bonus points and a bonus flick. So
Okay.
we don't need to go into all the details because we're just flying by here.
Right.
But light dexterity game, really good to play in bars. This is one of the games of mine that I did with Alex.
Super small, super portable.
Super small,
comes
fits
with
in
a
this.
pouch.
I literally carry it around, and Alex and I play it, like just the two of us for fun. Like, we sold it, it's done, it's there, and we just hang out and play it. We're not demoing, we're not, some games
It's
you
just
get.
something that you're
Well, some
gonna
games,
play.
some games you've played hundreds of enough times that you're like, I'm cool. I
Right.
don't need to play that again right
Right.
now. Like for a while. This one we actually do just play.
Oh, that's cool.
Still.
Super cool.
Then we have also from Lay Waste. This is coming out at Gen Con. It's called Human Era. And this is a game that we did not design. Alex and I did development on it.
Okay.
Zach and Jake Givens are the designers. And they did a really great job, but they just needed, a little help with some stuff. They were kind of stuck in their heads, and they came to us.
Right.
And it was a real joy being able to work on this super cool game.
Let me see the front of the box.
Yeah,
We
the
have it
box.
under
This
here?
game is looks so good. Like,
Oh, that's really nice.
so they absolutely killed it with the art.
The monochromatic pink is really interesting.
Yeah, it's great. So Nick Nazaro, who does the art, he did all the layaway stuff. So like Dragoon, you can see he's got kind of like a style.
Yeah.
But he works on really cool stuff. He's like a professional, like animator, illustrator type dude.
Okay.
I might be not exactly right, but he works for he worked for Starburns. He's like an LA, like successful creative that does
He's
visual
an excellent
stuff.
artist.
Yeah, so he crushes it with this stuff.
So what's the elevator pitch for Human Era?
So the elevator pitch is that humans have discovered time travel and obviously immediately just frankincense and murdered it all up. And
doesn't sound like us at all.
yeah, and what's happening is different people want, our machines are humans or cyborgs, and you're trying to create different end states for the game. But basically what you're doing is you have things that are out of time, but you can only have them one exist. Otherwise, it's a paradox.
Okay.
And so things are chaining, and you're pulling cards off of other cards to reveal things underneath. And then, you can only have Neanderthals in one time at a time.
Right.
So if another Neanderthal card comes out, then the other one goes away, but then whatever is underneath it gets
gonna get
revealed, and
revealed.
then there's some chaining, and you're kind of choosing who goes where, and secret identity with secret goals. I really, really like it. It plays a little different than anything else in that space.
All right.
And that's Human Era. This is going to be out from Lay Waste Games at Gen Con.
Okay. Awesome.
Then tomorrow
Yes.
at 11, we got these two that
Yes.
Before There Were Stars.
Now we got to see a little bit about this at Gamma already, but
Yeah,
there's
this is
been
an
a-
actual, very close to finished production
Production
copy.
copy?
Yeah, this is also coming out at Gen Con.
Excellent.
It's a myth-telling game. We're going to let Kurt and Alex talk about that more tomorrow. Well, I guess I'll be here tomorrow too. But that's one that I did with Alex and Alex and myself, and then Kurt is publishing. I'm really excited about that.
Kurt from Smirk and Dagger and Smirk and Laughter.
Yep, exactly. Actually, one of my oldest friends in the industry. Like I've known him a very long time. Like he was one of the first people. I met him when he was playtesting. He's local, so I met him when he was kind of getting going, and I was like double, just like, what? I can playtest a game, like ooh, right? And so I've known him for a long time, and he's great. It's really exciting that we were able to really work on something. I've been doing playtesting for him for a long time.
To be able to collaborate on
but
this
actually
project.
doing a real thing like together like this is just super exciting for me, like really personally. Then we also have Expansity right here. And this is a game that's designed by Alex that I did like some development co-design stuff on, helped clean it up again, kind of kick it across the finish line. And
It's
this
a
is
giant box.
It's a giant box. And if you want to see what's inside this giant box,
stay tuned tomorrow.
You'll have to buy me breakfast. That was still PG-13. That was still PG-13, guys. And then this is the hot little scoop that we're going to drop, and we are sort of soft announcing this show, and that is that myself, Alex, and some other partners and some other people are involved in a new publishing company.
Okay.
And it is called Killjoy. And if you liked some of the stuff that we were doing with Prettiest Princess, the really socially oriented games, the really art-oriented games, stuff that's just really being treated more like an art house and limited run on purpose and doing like a small, cool thing, you're going to be into what we're doing. Stuff that's weird and beautiful and amazing in one way or another. But we're going to talk about that more as we develop. We are absolutely launching at Essen Spiel this year.
Awesome.
So,
congratulations. It sounds really exciting.
Yeah, we got a booth. It's going to be really cool. The name of that company is Killjoy. We don't have any social media set up yet because it's still a secret. It's kind of a secret. You guys are the only ones that know. You're the only ones that know.
You and the whole... Jeff is being the Killjoy because he's killing Matt's secret.
Millions of followers. Keep it just between us.
You're welcome. Matt, you have been incredibly busy. You have brought us tons of projects. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we might have a really exciting
awesome
thing that crosses into who's up next, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Maybe?
We'll see, I guess.
Maybe?
There might be exciting scoops. Actually, it's not even a scoop because we signed a pretend contract on this.
What? Wait, what?
So Julie, come on over here. So this is Julie from Greenbrier Games. She's on next, and we did a panel together at PAX East, and it was the two of us and Tanya from Hasbro, and it was talking about how to get your game signed by publishers. So we had publishers, we had pitching agents, and we were talking about it, and we are going to be doing a game together. Myself as the designer, Greenbrier as the publisher. And so we brought a contract, and we told everyone that we were signing the contract for the game, like on the panel. Spoiler alert: we spoiler alert, we didn't finish actually, and so the contract was not actually signed then. I also don't know press embargo, right? I mean that we did that, so that's as much as I can say. I don't know what I'm going to say about the game or the project, but that's on you now.
You like how that just all the responsibility shifted?
Yeah. So I'm going to get up out of this chair. I'm going to say thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you very much.
This has been super great.
Thank you.
Hopefully you enjoyed, all the pee-pee talk.
Bye, Matt.